What's up, dudes? Welcome back to the channel. Today, we're talking about a Milsim game completely forgotten about. We wrote this game off when it came out. It had, 300 players playing last month, and now it's been resurrected. And that is, of course, you've probably seen it on a bunch of other creators' channels, Arma Reforger. This game now is actually insane. The key to all of this, the resurgence, the reason there's like 3,000 to 6,000 players playing daily on Arma Reforger, a game that was completely written off, that everybody hated when it came out, is mainly due to the modding community for Bohemia. It is actually insane. The mod that we have, that most of us are playing right now, there's a couple others that we'll talk about, but the main mod that has brought people in is the Ukraine-Russia war. Right now, it's not specifically Ukraine, it's NATO versus Russia in Ukraine, which is fun, but you'll see gameplay, we'll break it down, we'll talk about why this is so cool. Real quick, I want to give a shout out to Tacticon Armament. If you click my link in the description down below and head over there and buy something, it'll help me out. But also, they have a 60% off liquidation sale going on right now for specific products. And even if that is gone and I just don't realize it, there is also a 24% off site-wide sale. And if you order a product, any product, you will get a 25% off for life discount code that will come for you to register your product. It's insane. I don't know how they make money, but thank you to the dudes at Tacticon. Click my link in the description down below. It helps me out. Appreciate it, dudes. Let's go ahead and jump into this. So chances are, if you're in the Milsim game community, Tarkov, Squad, Arma, you probably heard about Arma Reforger's recent resurgence into the community. And as I said, that is due in large, if not all, part to the dedicated modders working on this game right now. They have released a mod to where you have NATO forces fighting against Russian forces in Ukraine. Now, granted, a lot of work still needs to be done. There's a lot of missing features, such as like mortars, like any artillery of any kind outside of what Game Master can call in. We don't have real strong anti-air. We're using 1980s Cold War choppers like the Huey, the Mi-8, the Cobra, the Z-10. We don't have any modern stuff like that. No jets, which really upsets me, but I don't think jets would work in this scenario anyway. But just a lot of cool shit. And the modders have this set up. Clean actually got his own server up and running with the help of some other people. That's the one I've been playing on recently. And he's got some new additions like anti-air and shit in there, but it's awesome. It has a day-night cycle. You go in, you get geared up, you have all of these different choices depending on the server for customization when it comes to how you can deck out your character in different clothes, like whether you want to wear Marpat, whether you want to wear multicam, woodland camo for the Americans. I mainly play NATO. You can get a different gun, so you can run the saw, you can be running an Ergi, an M4 Ergi, you can run a Block 2 M4, having an underbarrel grenade launcher on it. Like, so many different options, different colored nods, man, different colored helmets, like, so many choices on how to customize your character. And this mod is really only at its beginning stages, right? Like, there's so much more that these developers are talking about adding in, so many new mods on the horizon for this. It's really turning Arma Reforger into like an Arma 4 of sorts. Now, of course, Reforger was always kind of like an Arma 3.5. It's really a beta test for Arma 4 on this new engine. We don't really know what Arma 4 is going to look like as of right now. Arma Reforger is it's just kind of the toes dipped in the water. But if you know anything about Arma, really, I sound like I'm 15, but I'm 26, and I can go all the way back to Arma 2. And even going back that far, it's the mods that have really always popped Arma off. Like, the Milsim community has always been a decently niche community until, I would say, the past couple of years, like when EFT kicked off. That really introduced a lot of people into the Milsim community, people who enjoyed DayZ and stuff like that. But going back to Arma 2, when the Milsim community was extremely small, Arma 2 was super under the radar until DayZ hit and brought Arma and Bohemia, like, into the mainstream. And that really continued, in my personal opinion, with Arma 3, with everybody expecting, even with DayZ standalone, everybody expecting a DayZ mod for Arma 3, and we ended up getting, what was it, Alton Life, all the life server mods, a bunch of other mods on there. And then you had these big creators like Karma, Operator Drewski, people like that come in with these big Discord like operations that they were setting up and getting going themselves. Now, unfortunately, that's not something that's very easily accessible to a normal player, right? Because that shit is set up. They have, for Karma at least, I keep up with it, they have like monthly COG events at this point. From what I've read in the Discord, not the easiest thing to get on the Blue 4 team, so you're in Op 4. He's got thousands of people in his Discord, and it's like a 200-player limit. That's unfortunate. It's cool in its own right, but it's unfortunate because it's not something that everybody can play. Counter that to what we now have on Arma Reforger, where we have a lot of these dedicated Milsim players on at least Kling's PC-dedicated Arma Reforger server, to where you can hop in there with up to, I think it's 128 players with 64 on each side, and a lot of these dudes take this shit pretty serious. So it is very easy to jump in these servers and find an awesome group of dudes to run with and actually do like operations within the confines of the game and how it works. And you would be surprised at some of the experiences that I've had so far, from night drops behind enemy lines, going in and clearing building to building on certain points to clear out like a small group of enemies that were held up, taking down our choppers or ambushing our vehicles that came by, to full frontal assaults on points that we needed to take because we were like 30 seconds away from losing and we had to get on point, to helo drops on hot bases that were just filled with enemies. Like, there's so many different experiences that can be had. Of course, you have your goofballs, and Arma Reforger still doesn't run the best. It has a lot of bugs and has a lot of glitches, but there is a lot of fun to be had here. I can 100% see why this game was completely resurrected, and like I said, it's all due to the modders. Modders are an amazing thing, especially when it comes to Bohemia games, and it's really got me excited to see what they're going to do next with Reforger, as cool as this shit already is in its infancy stage. And it really gets me excited to see what we're going to see in Arma 4. I hope we have a better launch with Arma 4, and there's more content there, and it's more enjoyable, and it's a less broken game on this new engine. But really, when it comes to Arma, man, I'm always just excited for the mods, and I think this mod, this European conflict mod for Arma Reforger, really shows why. If you were on the fence about buying Arma Reforger, because I was for about a month, I've been thinking about it for about a month, and finally pulled the trigger. And I will tell you, the week that I pulled the trigger is the week that Kling was playing the game, Drewski got on the game. Like, I bought the game at just the right time, dude. And it's been a hell of an experience. So if you haven't bought it yet, if you were on the fence, you just so happened to come across it, you needed that one more YouTube video to convince you to buy it because you were on the fence, well, here you go. Go buy it, dude. It's a lot of fun. It's a whole lot of fun. My hat off to these modders, dude. They never cease to amaze me when it comes to Bohemia games. They make some of the most cool and in-depth mods that I've seen. We haven't had a good, like, modern military game in a while, and man, this just scratches that one of those itches, right? It's super cool. I'm having a ball. You guys can add me on Discord if you want to play. I'll be kicking around in the servers. I hope to see you guys out there. But anyways, dudes, that's going to do it for me. I really appreciate you guys watching. If you guys want to see the whole op that was going on in this video, we were kind of like behind enemy lines, doing some stuff. It wasn't very exciting, but we had some cool encounters. Let me know in the comments down below, and I'll kind of post like a chopped up, longer form, full video of it. Anyways, thanks for watching. I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace out.